What's up my people, and welcome to a brand new video. Today's video we are going to be talking about the one man that everybody gets annoyed with or either is delusionally in love with, Kanye West. Now, over the course of the last 2 years or so, Kanye West has been through some controversies, we can say, with the whole supporting Trump thing, the whole, slavery was a choice thing. He hasn't been the most popular person on people's books. Throughout maybe the last year or so, Kanye West has now, pushed, very heavily that he's, a Christian man. He's a man of Jesus. His old life has passed him now. He wants to just, focus on the future and focus on him being a religious man and making religious music. Now, with that being said, yesterday Kanye dropped an album by the name of Jesus is King. Jesus is King is a gospel album, which was quite predictable. If you've seen his interviews or just seen him in general, he was leaning towards a gospel album, which made sense for him. But I don't think his fan base actually wanted that kind of album. If you look at all his previous albums, My Dark Twisted Fantasy, The Life of Pablo, 808s and Heartbreaks, Graduation, all them albums, don't really have a gospel vibe to it. But there is an argument that Kanye did, come up off gospel music. He was raised in the church. One of his first breakout songs was Jesus Walks, which was a gospel song. So there is arguments to look both ways. But yeah, I don't think his fan base was really looking forward to this. Now, if you look at this album, it's clearly what he wanted to bring out, because last year, he was so adamant on bringing out, Yandy's coming out on the 29th of November or something like that. He said, that's coming out. Everyone was kind of, looking forward to it. Not really, but people was like, I'll check it out. But yeah, that got completely scrapped apparently. He's, I think in one of his songs he says, Yandy, he didn't want that, it was dirty to him. He trashed that album and made this. So, if you look at the track list, for example, look at the songs here. We have Follow God, Closed on Sunday, On God, God Is, Hands On, Use This Gospel, Jesus is Lord. So, clearly, Kanye's pushing this album as if, listen, this is a Christian album. There's no other content here apart from, just praising Jesus and praising God, which, hey, if he wants to do that, it's his prerogative. Let him do it. That's not what I want, but at this point I don't think Kanye really cares about what other people think. If I had to say my favorite song, probably Closed on Sunday. That's probably my favorite song. It has some sort of half decent melody. The choir in the background's pretty nice. He's not really talking about anything special. The most notable thing is him talking about Chick-fil-A, which is an American restaurant. But yeah, I guess he likes Chick-fil-A. He likes those kind of things. Now, let's not get this twisted, right? The production on this album is pretty good, if not really good. Kanye West has always been on point with his production. No one's ever really complained about the way he does his production. Throughout all his albums, they've always been really good. Even on Ye, which, people didn't really receive as well. People could say that, it was good production, even though all the songs weren't, the best. But yeah, I can't really fault him on that point. Now, if you look at some of the standout lyrics, in the song Selah, he mentions how, everybody wanted Yandy, then Jesus Christ did the laundry. So I'm no freaking expert, but I can tell from that Yandy was ready to be put out, but he just held it off because he didn't think it was holy enough, so that he just switched that completely and released this album. So there's nothing special there. We can also see a recurring theme about him talking about Instagram and how he doesn't like Instagram. You can see in the song Closed on Sunday, he talks about put the gram away. In Selah, he says, I don't even like likes. So he's trying to, I guess he's trying to send a message saying Instagram isn't as important and people get held up on it too much. But who is he to really say anything? He doesn't really use it, so he doesn't really know what it is. But at the same time, his wife does use it quite a lot and is quite popular on that platform. So I guess he does, see from her point of view. Actually, I take back the whole point of him just talking about God in this album. Most of the lyrics is towards God, but he does put a few things here and there about himself, which I guess is nice. Now, if I had to summarize this album, I would just say basically the production is still on point, which no one really doubts his production at this point of his career. The songs, is a bit nothing special. It's talking about Jesus and God. Which is fine. If he wants to do that, let him do that. But yeah, it's quite repetitive in that stance. You know, he does put a few lyrics here and there, but I mean, this album really isn't going to change how people think about Kanye. I mean, it's nothing, you know, it's nothing revolutionary. So I mean, people will probably, you know, just listen to this, you know, and just carry on with their same thoughts about Kanye. So I guess, yeah. I mean, if I really had to rate this album out of 10, I mean, 10 being, you know, like Grammy award winning album, sensational album, 1 being, you know, absolutely trash. Uh, Maybe like a good, you know, solid 3, 4. You know, I mean, because it's not terrible, but at the same time, I mean, it's nothing special. You know, it's a meh album. You know, it's just meh. But yeah, there it is, guys. That's my review on Jesus is King. Let me know what you think in the comments. And yeah, I'm out, guys. Peace. Yeah, and by the way, if you don't mind, could you just, you know, please subscribe and please like the video. You know, I mean, I forgot to say that before, but yeah, please.